One of the biggest intentions of growing your business on social media is to get more clients in and obviously grow your income and revenue, right? And this is especially for, people that feel like they've been posting on social media, but it feels like crickets, or maybe you're just not getting in enough clients as you want to. I want you guys to think of some of these things because even if you implement just one of them, I feel like it could make a big difference in your business. I want you guys to first off know that you're not doing anything wrong. There's just some things that need a little bit of tweaking. And the biggest thing that I want you guys to realize is to take a step back and look at the intentions behind what you're doing. And so what I mean by this is realizing that you are first a business owner before you are an artist or whatever service that you provide. So one of the biggest reasons is thinking like a business owner first, meaning focusing on activities that bring in revenue versus those that don't. And I feel like I see this time and time again, especially when I speak to many business owners, especially in the beauty industry, is that they're oftentimes worried about like their logo or their website design or like what to get for their studio and the whole setup. And whatever it is, like, you know what I'm talking about. And I feel like if you were to instead focus on only the activities that bring in money, which is obviously communicating with clients or interacting with potential clients, right? Anything else besides that is just distraction. So this is something that's very key because we oftentimes can get distracted or sometimes even invest our time into things that we don't want to do, so that we don't do the things that we don't want to do, which is what we need to do, regardless of whatever it is. And a lot of people talk about like how they don't want to come off salesy. That's going to be a whole nother episode of like how to sell without selling and my sales tips. But this is like the number one reason I want you to kind of wrap your head around is like, if you just start thinking like a business owner first, then you will start to implement, systems and things in place to help you focus on what matters the most. And that's actually going to get to my second reason, which is not having the right systems in place to support your business while you're away. So here's the thing. The key is not only getting back to inquiries that come in, but also like when you are marketing on your social media, like the biggest thing that I see missing is any call to action. And so in the marketing world, it's called CTA. So here's the thing. You don't need to be actually like putting in a call to action in every single post, but you need to be doing it frequently so that you can guide people in what to do. Like people need to be told what the next step is or what to do. And so if you're not doing that, then you're leaving money on the table because you're not telling people what you want them to do. Like you absolutely don't have to wait to offer what you're offering. Like talk about it. You need to get people in the DMs. That's the whole point. And that brings me to an app that I want to share with you guys, which is called ManyChat. So ManyChat is a automation app. It's completely free to use, and it basically helps create automations to get people like inside your DMs. So what you would do is you would create a post and then have people, like those little comments on the messages where it's like DM me quote unquote class, for example. And then if they comment like class on the post, then it would go straight into the DM and then the automation will kick in. So check it out. But you need to have the right systems in place to like support your business and get back to people like in a timely manner, and also like things that don't require you, like things like following up. Like that is the biggest freaking dreadful thing. So having something in place that you can do that without having to actually do it, and just set it up in a way where does it for you. Requesting Google reviews, that can be automated. Appointment reminders, that can be automated. Consultation reminders, if you do free consultations, that can be automated. Like there's so much that can be automated. So make sure that you're doing that. And that's what I share in my marketing course, and it's part of my training program as well, is that having the right systems in place and the apps in place is going to help support you in your business in a way where you're not doing all of these things because it's going to drive you crazy. And then you can actually focus on the art. You can focus on doing what you love and that one-on-one with clients, which is what's going to bring in the money anyways. So again, I share all of this inside my program. I think it's so key, and it's not often talked about. And I get it. Like, a lot of us are not techie, and it can seem intimidating when there's so many freaking options, but I guarantee you get the right ones. Like, you don't need all of them. You need the right ones and the right way to put them together to make it all make sense. And that's what I share. Like, I go deeper into that inside my program, but wanted to get that out there because it can get you thinking in how you can make a system that works for you. The very last reason, and please take this with a caveat of like, if this applies to you, if you're able to, is investing in ads. Now, this was like my main strategy. Like, this is how I actually scaled my business to 6 figures, is through ads. Like, I leveraged organic first, and then I reinvested my profits into running low budget ads. And then I grew really, really fast. I still got organic clients too, but it just, having both in place really helps you optimize and grow your business fast. Because let's be real. Are you realistically going to be creating viral content or content that reaches so many more people every single day, every day like that? No, you're not. Let alone just thinking about posting every day is not something that people want to do. So having ads work in the background for you is going to be golden, because your business is being in front of the right people. And that is the key, is being in front of the right people that want what you have to offer is the freaking key to ads. So that's important. And if you don't have the budget set aside to run ads, like, make that an intention, make that a goal, because that is like, at the end of the day, everyone's running ads. Like, that's just what we know. It's what it is, like. The other thing is the type of content that you're posting. There's a lot when it comes to branding and creating content pillars to create your personal brand. And so it's not just about like what you do, but sharing about like what makes you you, because at the end of the day, people are also like mainly purchasing you, not really what you do. Because if you think about it, there's so many people that can be offering a service, but why you? It's like everyone's different. Everyone relates with different things. And so that's something to think about. And then the other thing I wanted to mention is giving away too many discounts, because this, I feel like it's such a controversial topic, but I want to bring it up because I personally feel like it cheapens your brand. I mean, I played around with it myself. And what I've noticed is when I don't give discounts, I attract a whole different type of caliber of people into my business, people that are low maintenance, people that see the value in what I do. And it's just so much easier, and you make a lot more money than, working with people that expect discounts. And so knowing who this person is that you want to attract into your business, this is like something that is in the marketing world that a lot of people don't touch upon, but it's something to think about, is who is your avatar? And you have to speak to your avatar when it comes to content creation. Speak to your avatar in a way that triggers them subconsciously. And so you're poking into the feeling of what you want that person to feel when they see your content. So it's not much about like stating facts or telling people to buy or getting straight to it. It's about like, what is the feeling, the desired feeling of that person and what that is that they want, but what is the feeling that they're looking for is what's going to take your content to like the next level. And one of the last things that I want to leave you guys off with is consider these 3 things. I feel like these are the things that many people don't think about. And I get a lot of questions from like other, beauty professionals or people considering, starting their own PMU business, but they're thinking about all these services and they're kind of stuck on which one to go with. And so these are the things that I thought about when I stepped into the permanent makeup industry myself. And the very first one was looking at it from a business perspective of like the business model. So, looking at the relation between your effort and the time put in. So for example, like when you do, let's say you want to learn eyebrows, right? When I think of brows, I also think about how, it's pretty saturated at this point. I mean, the people that get in the first when it comes to anything new are the ones that are going to get the most advantage and benefit. We all know this from anything in any industry. And so when you look at permanent makeup for brows, it's not to say that you can't be successful in doing it and become like a top leader, but the pricing for brows has kind of averaged out in its own way, unless you do something different and unique and specifically like creating your own technique within brows. That's like a whole nother story, but generally speaking, it has a certain price point and it does have a certain competitive advantage in that, service in itself. So that's something I think about is what are also my profit margins? Like, what are they going to look like? So I look at that. And then another thing I look at is, again, the saturation. So like, again, being one of the first to offer a service is very unique, and you have such an advantage and you're able to charge premium prices because of something that people really need, being so high in demand, and the number of artists out there are not that many. And that's like, seeing that from a business perspective is like a golden opportunity that anyone with a rich mindset, anyone that can see that will obviously benefit from that. And then one of the other things I want to mention is being able to become one of the top 10% type of business that most people would go to or that would want to go to. And what makes you become that is not by providing so many business services within your business, like being able to kind of shorten that and specialize in one or specialize in maybe three, I would say is kind of like the max that I would recommend. Helps you become more of a premium brand and stand out, because it's like, well, this person's obviously specializing in this and this person's doing more of these, so I'm obviously going to go to the best of the best, because let's be real, most people want to go to the best of the best. This is also why I decided to not add any other permanent makeup services and just specialize in the inkless technique and specialize in this niche, because one, it is such a high opportunity and it's rapidly still growing. It's still very new. So I want to stand out in the best way in an untapped niche. So that's something to think about, because I see a lot of people adding like a lot of low ticket services in their business to like cater to more people. And again, that's like that mindset of like work harder, not smarter. And that's okay. It's not your fault. Like, I'm just helping you kind of shift your perspective and like finding ways and opportunities, like shifting the way that you see things so that you can see an opportunity and then go for it and be able to have that decision set for yourself. Like something like adding a higher ticket service in your business will help you offset the time that you have to put into your business and helping you bring back more of that time freedom that you're looking for, because we all want financial freedom and we all want time freedom. So something like medical tattoo is great because it's very new, it's untapped, and it's super high ticket. And so being able to add that into your services not only adds like a unique thing to your business, but it also like enhances your income. So it's just something to think about. Instead of like adding all these low ticket services, like add something that's actually going to bring you more money and more time. Unless you genuinely have a desire and you genuinely love what you do, like not taking that away from you, but you wouldn't be in this podcast, you wouldn't be in here if you didn't have a desire to be able to leverage your time for money, like at the end of the day. So hope that helps. Stay tuned for the next one because the next one's going to be amazing. It's going to be all about marketing agencies and what to avoid and what to look for. This is a big one because this is going to be pertaining to the ads and the ad talk that I've been talking about.